When it comes to batteries, there's a big topic that comes out in the whole industry that the more you use it, the more that you lose capacity. And whereas that is an undisputed truth, where the big debate comes in is the amount. How much does it degrade over time? And hopefully, I'm going to try and answer that at least from a battery pack perspective. I'm going to try and answer that today. So, let's get into it. Hello everyone, and welcome to another review video where it's not a problem, it's a passion. Where today we're going to be looking at, yet again, another CukTech C20 battery pack, but this one was bought several months after the one in which I reviewed before, and I purposely have not used it as much for this exact reason, so we can test and we can look at the rating and capacity and to see if newer batteries not used quite as much have just as much or more capacity than those that are used more, and do the used ones have less? So let's take a look at those tests. You know, I had this whole idea planned out even from the beginning of this video that I was going to be like, "Whoa, look at the degradation. Whoa, that's crazy. Look at how much difference there is." But after all the testing, after all the retesting, apparently setting aside the fact that they were bought 6 months apart from each other, and one has a significant amount more usage on it, looking at the numbers, they were only 1.3% apart from each other. And I realized that for a battery pack for these size, 1.3 may not seem like a lot, and it's really not. It's really not a lot. But I was expecting 5, 8, 10% difference. No. No, they were that close. Okay. So here I have the chart. And as you can see, when I did a discharge test, I did a discharge test at 5 different rates. I did a 1 amp, a 2 amp, 3 amp, 4 amp, 5 amp out of the USB-C. And then I threw in a wild card of an XT60 to USB-C adapter. So I was using these to charge other power stations using their XT60 port, and got efficiency and numbers and things after that. And yeah, as you can see, honestly, between the different calculations of both the discharge capacity, how much power it took rated of capacity to charge it back up, and then our ultimate final number there at the very end, the percentages of total efficiency, total capacity of that one. We're looking at one is 75%, and the second battery pack is 76.3%. So 1.3 is really all that we're looking at here is a difference, and that just blows my mind. I would have thought there would have been a huge bigger swing. So shout out to CukTech on this one for them to be able to have a battery pack that there's that much difference in usage, that much difference in age, and they are just that close. That tells you there's not that much degradation, which is really good. And as you can see here now, throwing it into the grading sheet and comparing it against others and comparing itself, you can look at each different category. There's slight differences there, but again, where's there may have been a difference here in the grading system? They both got an 81%. I don't, I, okay, all right. Solid B plus. Solid B plus for both of these battery packs. And I solid B plus. I don't know. Comment down below if you find this crazy as well too. And I don't know. It's just crazy. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for going on this adventure. And I will still try to process that in my head. But don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and like that button. And remember, it's not a problem. It's a passion.